Hello and welcome to my Raging Bolt Shrouded Fables deck list. I have been enjoying this deck list a lot and I would highly recommend it. It's super fun. Let's get into it. Alright, to start this deck list off, we have Raging Bolt EX, the main character's deck. I'm sure you guys know what it does, but if you don't, it's attack for Bellowing Thunder. You may discard anyone of basic energy from your Pokemon. This attack does 70 damage for each card discarded this way, potentially hitting up to 350, which knocks out anything in the meta right now. Then we have our one of our draw engines, Ogerpon, Teal. We can attach a grass energy and they can draw one extra card. This synergizes perfectly well with Raging Bolt being able to draw one, and then Raging Bolt being able to another 70 with it. It's great, and plus its attack Myriad Leaf Shower. It can one-shot Charizard too, which is great. It's a great Charizard attacker, so we have to include 3 of these. I've used to play 4, but I think 3 is more for the sweet spot in this new rotation. Fezandipiti, we're playing 1 of these. We're using it for its ability Flip the Script. Once per turn, if any more Pokemon are knocked out, we can draw 3 extra cards, which is great. You know, who never wants to see more cards? And then we're playing 1 Iron Bundle. This is a bit of a tech card. I'm kind of hit and miss on it. When it's there, it's super good, but other than that, it usually is you know, fodder for Earthen Vessel or maybe Trekking Shoes. If we see it, it's kind of it's a nifty one, you know. I like it. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I'm kind of testing it out, but I am a fan of this card. 1 Billy, you can never go wrong with 1 Billy. It's perfect, right? You're being able to see 7 cards on your first turn, potentially 14 cards straight off the bat. You can make insane plays, especially if you go turn 2. You will most definitely have the knockout. 1 Greninja, it's great being able to get rid of 1 energy card and then draw 2 cards. It's really good. It's really good. It combos well with Sada, which we'll see later on. 1 Baby Sandy Shocks. We only play this for the Mimikyu, if I'm being honest. As you can probably tell, most of our big attackers, Ogerpon and Raging Bolt, are both EXs. We get blocked by Mew, so we're playing 1 Baby Shocks for its magnetic burst to just hit over it. That's the one-off. We're playing 4 Nest Balls, of course, to find our Raging Bolts, Ogerpons, and Fezandipitis, everything, right? A Nest Ball hits everything. 4 Earthen Vessels. This synergizes really well, being able to discard 1 card, so maybe an energy to find 2 more energies. It combos well again with Sada. Perfect. 3 Trekking Shoes. I used to play 4, but I've cut down to 3 to make some space for some new cards, which we'll see. Don't worry about it. 3 Pokégears. Again, this we used to run 4, but again I've cut down to 3. I think 3 is a bit of a sweet spot. Sometimes 4 it was a bit bulky. We run through our deck so quickly. I don't think I've ever used 4 in one game. 3 is a bit of a nice spot, especially now they have so much draw power with Fezandipiti and Greninja and Sada. It's and Ogerpon, of course. It's you know, 4 kind of blocks it a little bit. Well, no, it doesn't block, but it kind of bricks it. If I'm being honest, I've never used all 4. 3 is a good spot. Energy Retrieval. This is one of the core cards in my opinion. Being able to get 2 basic energies. Usually for me, I will probably grab most of the time 2 grass energies. I'll have 2 Ogerpons in play. Being able to get 2 grass energies, and I can draw 2 more cards, and I'm making plays off of that. It's really good. This is one of the bread and butter cards in my opinion of the deck. So you might be wondering, if this is so good, why not 4? Because we're playing 2 Night Stretchers. Now this is probably, I don't know, I'm kind of set, kind of not set. I am tempted to get rid of 1 and play 4 Energy Retrieval and play 1 Night Stretcher. Having 1 Night Stretcher can get you the bundle or the Fezandipiti or even the Sandy Shocks that's been knocked out. You know, if you're playing Fezandipiti, it gets knocked out, you can always bring it back. You draw 3 more cards. Or Iron Bundle is always great to force your opponent to make a switch. If they knock you out your Baby Shocks and have another Mimikyu, you can always get back the Mimikyu, especially because we're not playing Super Rod. So it's good, but or you can get a basic energy. Again, getting the basic energy, you know, maybe a grass energy, so maybe you could see 3 potential energies in 1 turn. You know, it's good. I'm testing the 3-2 split right now, but it's things could change. We'll see. 2 Switch Carts. Having this is, in my opinion, kind of a must. Especially because the retreat cost for a Raging Bolt is quite high, 3. So if it gets trapped in the active, you kind of need your Switch Cart to pull it back. We're playing one Roxanne instead of Iono. I found myself not using Iono as much as I would like to. I think Roxanne is great for late game disruption. If you get disrupted or you want to see a new hand late game, you know, you can draw 6 or your opponent draws 2. So great late game disruption. It does disrupt quite a few decks. It's good. I prefer this over the Iono right now, but again, we'll see. We'll see. Right now things are good. I really like it so far. 4 Sadas. Again, this is a core card. If you guys don't know what Sada does, you can attach a basic energy from your discard to 2 of your Pokemon. So if you have 2 Raging Bolts, you can attach one with Fighting, one with Lightning, and then, you know, draw 3 cards. And then the only 1 energy attachment away from being able to attack. So potentially getting the turn 1 attack or the turn 2 attack if you're going second straight off the bat. It's great. It's perfect. It's one of the core cards, and then being able to draw 3 more cards, it's busted. 2 energy attachments and 3 cards, it's great. It's so good. 1 Boss's Orders, 2 Pokemon Catcher. Most of the time, I feel like I'm using Sada as my supporter card of the turn, which is why the 1 Boss's Orders. Pokemon Catcher, again, is a great tech. You know, again, it's a 50-50 chance, but when it works, it's great. It's perfect. I love it. Prime Catcher, again, you know, so now we have 4 Gust cards, 1 Boss, 2 Catcher, 1 Prime. So if you're Pokemon Catchers, if you're missing a Pokemon Catcher, you can play the Prime Catcher, and it's great. It gets the job done. Our A-spec of choice, yes. 1 Pal Pad, you know, to boss back in the Sadas or the Boss or the Roxanne. Potentially we can see up to 6 Sadas per game, which is quite a lot. You never really do. Usually I think 4 is the sweet spot, but sometimes one might be prized or it might be kind of difficult to get to the other ones, but Palpad is a good card. Now, 2 Ancient Energy Booster Capsules. I used to play the Bravery Charm, but with the rotation of this set, there's the new Perpetuan, I can't pronounce it, I'm really sorry, Perpetuan EX, which poisons both your opponent's Pokemon and your Pokemon. So, which is why the Ancient Energy Booster Capsule is there to protect you against that. Plus you get 60 HP. You might not be able to Bravery, because Bravery Charm gives you 50 HP, but you could use it on Ogerpon or Fezandipiti or Squawkabilly to prevent your opponent from getting the knockout. But now Ancient Energy Booster Capsule gives you plus 60, and you can't heal and you can't get poison. So against Perpetuan EX, I can't pronounce it, I'm really sorry. Yeah, so we won't get poisoned, and you know, it's good. It's great. 2 PokéStops help find our item cards really a lot faster, finding our Nest Balls, Earthen Vessels, Trekking Shoes, everything. This deck plays a lot of item cards, and we need to see them to get to our supporters, to get everyone. We play 2 of them. I'm tempted to cut down to maybe 1. I don't know if it's worth playing a 1-off at the end. It's either 2 or 0 in my opinion. So right now it's good. It works. When it works, like, it's great. You know, sometimes when you need it, it's nice to have it, but it's not something I'd put down all the time, especially if Charizard's running around. And you know, Charizard, what else is it? Charizard, Dragopots, you know, a lot of Shampows, you know, a lot of decks that utilize rare candy. It's not something you always want to be dropping down. I use it if I'm like, oh, I desperately need an energy retrieval right now, then I'll try. Then if it's in hand, I'll drop it down and see if I can find it. That's realistic. I won't have it down all the time. 7 Grass Energies. I used to play 6, but I think 7 is more of the sweet spot. It's nice having 7 in my opinion. 3 Fighting Energies. Again, with the energy retrievals, the Sadas and the Night Stretchers, having more than 3 is a bit overkill. Usually have 1 on the active, 1 on the bench, and 1 spare in your deck or maybe in your prize card. It's nice. And again, same thing with the Lightning Energy. Yeah, usually 1 on the active, maybe 1 on the bench if you're really set up, and yeah, another spare, and that's it. That is that. This is my Raging Bolt deck list, and I think that right now this is doing me really good. I think, again, the only thing which I'm a bit iffy about is the 1 bundle and the split between the Energy Retrieval and the Night Stretcher. But other than that, I've been enjoying this deck list quite a lot, and I would recommend it to you guys as well. It will be in the description below, so please check it out. And I look forward to seeing you guys on future videos. I will be playing some more games with this deck. I'm a Raging Bolt fan. I really love Raging Bolt. One of my favorite deck this format, and I've been enjoying it. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.